Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve,
And I'm Scott.
and we're going to try and get you through your Monday morning. We are the Science and Technology channel.
Yeah, and we're talking about a health issue today. So this is a good one. Uh, we
Yes,
we like these kind of stories. So
researchers have uncovered molecular clues linking diabetes to heart disease. Researchers at the University of Sydney have uncovered new evidence showing how type 2 diabetes directly changes the heart, affecting both its physical structure and the way it generates energy. The findings help explain why people living with diabetes face a much higher risk of developing heart failure. The study was published in EMBO Molecular Medicine on August 4th, 2025, and was led by Dr. Benjamin Hunter and Associate Professor Sam Lal from the School of Medical Sciences. Would you like to know more?
the research team examined donated human heart tissue from patients receiving heart transplants in Sydney. Their analysis revealed that diabetes triggers specific molecular changes within the heart cells and alters the structure of of heart muscle. These effects were most evident in people with what is that? Ischemic
Yeah, ischemic.
cardiomyopathy,
Uh-huh.
which is the leading cause of heart failure.
I didn't
Okay.
know that. Quote, we've long seen a correlation between heart disease and type 2 diabetes, said Dr. Hunter, but this is the first research to jointly look at diabetes and ischemic heart disease and uncover a unique molecular profile in people with both conditions. Continuing the quote, he says, our findings show that diabetes alters how the heart produces energy, maintains its structure under stress, and contracts to pump blood. Using advanced microscopy techniques, we were able to see direct changes to the heart muscle as a result of this in the form of a buildup of fibrous material or
Hmm.
tissue.
Okay. Heart disease remains the number one cause of death in Australia. I would imagine it's probably pretty high up there here too. While more than 1.2 million Australians are currently living with type 2 diabetes. Associate Professor, is that Lau?
Yep.
Professor Lau?
Wow.
Because it doesn't have a first name, said, quote, our research links heart disease and diabetes in ways that have never been demonstrated in humans, offering new insights into potential treatment strategies that could one day benefit millions of people in Australia and globally.
Cool. To better
Yeah.
understand how diabetes affects the heart, the researchers compared tissue samples from transplant recipients with those from healthy donors. Their findings showed that diabetes does more than simply coexist with heart disease. It actively contributes to the progression of heart failure by interfering with essential biological processes and altering heart muscle structure at a microscopic scale. The metabolic effect of diabetes in the heart is not fully understood in humans, said Dr. Hunter.
Okay, so if I'm understanding this correctly, if you have diabetes, you need to really, really pay attention to
Yeah,
how you treat your heart.
yeah.
Quote, under healthy conditions, the heart primarily uses fats, but also glucose and ketones as fuel for energy. It has previously been described that glucose uptake is increased in heart failure. However, diabetes reduces the insulin sensitivity of glucose transporters, proteins that move glucose in and out of cells in heart muscle cells.
Mm.
Okay.
Well, we observed that diabetes worsens the molecular characteristics of heart failure in patients with advanced heart disease and increases the stress of mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell which produces energy. The researchers also observed reduced production of structural proteins critical for heart muscle contraction and calcium handling in people with diabetes and ischemic heart disease, along with a buildup of tough fibrous heart tissue that further affects the heart's ability to pump blood.
Okay, here's another quote. RNA sequencing confirmed that many of these protein changes were also reflected at the gene transcription level, particularly in the pathways related to energy, metabolism, and tissue structure, which reinforces our other observations, according to Dr. Hunter.
And continuing his quote, and once we had these clues at the molecular level, we were able to confirm these structural changes using confocal microscopy. So, Associate Professor Lau said the discovery of mitochondrial dysfunction in fibrotic pathways could help guide further therapies. Now that we've linked diabetes and heart disease at the molecular level and observed how it changes energy production in the heart while also changing its structure, we can begin to explore new treatment avenues, said Associate Professor Lal.
Quote again, our findings could also be used to inform diagnosis criteria and disease management strategies across cardiology and endocrinology, improving care for millions of patients. Okay, we like
That's a
that.
good thing.
Yeah,
That's a good
like
thing.
that. Yeah.
Well, we
the heart
hope this was an eye opener for you.
Yeah, we'd like to hear more about this this study. So this is good. Yeah.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you in the afternoon.
Take care, everyone. Thanks for listening.